Hello, my lovelies. Oh my goodness, it's so good to be back. Yeah, it's been a while since our last episode, but this month has not been the best for me. Well, I had the big COVID, and that wasn't necessarily the big problem, but I lost my voice. And I had a terrible cough. I still cough right now, but it's manageable. I can still edit, but yeah, like a few weeks ago, there was no there was no editing program in the world that could have done that. But anyways, I want to say that I'm sorry for being away, and I am glad I am back. I missed you all, and I want to say that I missed all your messages. So please, I hope you keep sending them. I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere, and yeah, I miss your messages on my social media. So please, yeah, get back in touch. Just ask questions. Like some of you tell me, "Hey, how stupid are you about this?" I miss that too. So yeah, for the past couple of weeks, because I couldn't record. I was and I couldn't really take clients to do calls and anything like that because I was pretty bad. I was mainly on forums, and I was on Facebook groups and all kinds of chats and things like that where people talk about relationships. And I think last week or so, people were talking about casual dating versus serious relationships. People were talking about the fact that well, in general, people that I talk to, or my clients, or people that I talk to right now that they are in the dating world, people are saying, well, nobody's serious anymore. Nobody's looking for a relationship anymore. And yeah, I mean, from many points of view, I can see that in my life too. Like I've noticed it, and there's so many layers to this because it's not as simple as it looks. So today we are gonna decode a little bit. We're gonna look at casual dating versus serious relationships, and with that in mind, I want to tell you, well, welcome back to another episode of Love Chronicles with Coach John. And today we are exploring a question that's shaping modern love, one that many of us ask as we navigate the world of dating in 2024. And that question is, what's the difference between casual dating and something deeper? Or questions like, why do people don't want to do like actual dating anymore, like proper serious relationships anymore? Are people looking for genuine connections, or are they content with just passing time, or just having sex, or going for a dance, going for, most of them would just end up with sex, let's be honest with it. And what does that mean for those of us who want something real, who want something more than something, that just like a night or like a few weeks or things like that? Because we have seen a shift. People who are interested in relationships, or who are in the dating world, or people that are analyzing this, like I'm doing, this is my job, this is my life, that's what I do. I look and I observe relationships, and I talk to people, and I help people about it. But the main thing is that we're noticing that there is a shift, isn't there? There is a shift, and it feels like dating is no longer about going out and meeting someone with the thought of long-term potential in mind. Because I remember, well, I mean, this is back in the day, like in the, I don't know, late 90s or something, when I started dating. Even back then, as a kid, when I started dating, I would remember, I would think about the fact that, well, I'm going to date this girl, and we're going to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and then we're going to get engaged, and we're going to get married and things like that, because we were going into the relationship, or how we had it back home. You ask someone to be your girlfriend with the thought of being together, not just a fling, not anything like that. So, yeah, there's a big shift right now. What's happening? And people, well, actually, we live in a time right now when quick connections and casual encounters have become almost as common as long-term commitment, if not more. In fact, there's a study done by the Pew Research that shows that around 31% of adults are in a casual relationship, and over half of them aren't actively looking for anything serious. So if you think about it, there's quite a lot of people out there who actually enjoy this casual relationships, and over half of them, they're not even looking for something serious, like serious. And this shift in dating, I believe, it brings us to a dilemma, doesn't it? Do we embrace the casual side of dating, or do we start searching for something more profound? And I believe I'm here today. I just want to make this clear at the beginning of this episode. I'm not here to criticize anyone. I'm just here to tell you my opinions. I'm here to bring some studies to back up my what I'm saying. But you do you. You do whatever is best for you. Do whatever that's making you happy. And do whatever that brings something to your life. As I am here to to express my opinions, to express my findings, and hopefully help you out, whoever needs that help from me. Okay, so now let's pause and examine what draws so many people into casual dating. Yeah, because that's the easy thing to do. Think about it. What's casual dating? Well, it means no involvement. You don't need to become vulnerable. You don't need to put any heart into it. It's just all facade. You show your best part. You wear the best clothes. You wear your best perfume. You go get dinner. You go get a few drinks. You show the best parts of yourselves. And you go eat. You go have sex. You go whatever you do. And then goodbye. And well, look, I had a positive experience. Look at me and how easy that was and how good it was, because once again, I was able to mimic a relationship. The appeal is undeniable. If you just think about it like really quickly on the surface, the appeal is undeniable, because if you meet a lot of people, well, you start thinking, well, I'm pretty well liked, your self-esteem grows, and the appeal is undeniable, and I'm not going to deny that. And casual dating offers some form of freedom from commitment, from expectations, and sometimes, well, actually most of the times, from emotional vulnerability that deep relationships require. And let's be honest, dating casually can be exhilarating. There's a thrill of the unknown, the freedom to explore, and the chance to focus on yourself without having to navigate the complexities that come with a long-term relationship. So there's no wonder why dating apps like, Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, whatever it's out there, attract millions of users every day, every month, whatever. There's millions and millions of people on these apps. But does that freedom, that lack of ties, does it come at a cost? And that's what we're looking at today. Because otherwise, what if it's so easy, and if it brings so much joy and happiness, and if it helps us, grow this self-esteem, why don't we just stay in casual relationships, huh? I mean, it's a fair question. Why don't we just do that? But I don't know about that. I think today we're going to look a little bit deeper into this, and we'll see, is it just that, or is it more to it? And actually, in this regard, a study by psychologists at the University of Kansas found that while casual relationships provided people with temporary excitement, they also left participants feeling less fulfilled in the long run, which is a bit paradoxical, isn't it? And it's ironic, actually, because many of these people reported feeling lonely even when they were dating multiple people casually on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. People still reported that they felt lonely. And this, again, I have to ask this, and it brings an essential question for myself. Is the short-term excitement of casual dating worth the emotional emptiness it sometimes leaves behind? To dive deeper into this, well, let's talk about casual dating. Despite its initial appeal, and that can sometimes leave people feeling hollow. Well, psychologists, and actually Dr. Joanna Davila, who studies romantic relationships, she suggested that casual dating often lacks something they call emotional safety. And this safety is what gives us the freedom to be ourselves, to share our vulnerabilities, which you do not find much in casual dating, and to feel genuinely supported by our partners. In casual dating, that safety net usually doesn't exist. And without the foundation of emotional support, it's hard to build trust. And without trust, intimacy often stays shallow, right? Because no matter what you say, we all agree that casual dating is shallow. And this isn't just an opinion, and research backs it up. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that people who prioritized casual relationships over committed ones were more likely to experience feelings of loneliness and satisfaction over time. So, yeah, feelings of loneliness and dissatisfaction over time. And this is critical because while casual dating is appealing for its simplicity, it lacks the depth that many of us crave. Because at the end of the day, we all want to be loved. We all want to be seen deep inside, more than the outside. Okay, oh, you're sexy, you're good looking, you're beautiful, you're smart, you look smart at least. I don't know, you can fool someone on a first date at least, if you don't talk much at least. So there's definitely an appeal there, but but what we all want, and I believe like most of us want, we want to be seen for who we are. We want to be able to, we feel that need of being, of being loved, of being known. We want to belong somewhere. And yeah, if you've been in love, and I think if you're listening to this, most of us, I think all of us at one point in our life, if not most of us, we've been in love, and there's nothing that compares to that feeling. And I'm talking about the healthy relationship, and I'm talking even for the toxic ones, the good parts. There's nothing that can equate with the good parts, because that's how we were created. That's how we were evolved. I don't know, however you want to say it, but it's there. It's in us, the need and the desire to be loved for who we are, and not just the surface. So let's ask a different question now. Well, what makes a relationship satisfying? Because we are talking about this need. What sets a meaningful connection apart from something that's just fleeting, right? Well, to answer this, we return to attachment theory, which highlights our innate need for secure connections. And psychologists like Dr. Sue Johnson have found that our nervous system are wired to seek deep, emotionally safe bonds with others. Again, our nervous system, the way we feel, the way we are connected, the way we are created, the way we are made, and even our nervous system with the attachment that has been created, we seek for a deep, emotionally safe bond with others or with someone else. And these secure attachments, according to Dr. Johnson's, help us feel anchored and bring us a sense of fulfillment that is hard to find elsewhere. And data supports this idea also. And studies show that people in stable long-term relationships report higher life satisfaction, lower levels of stress, and even better physical health. In a sense, stable relationships don't just fulfill us emotionally, they also contribute to our overall well-being. And for me, that is powerful. So when we look at casual dating and wonder why it doesn't always feel enough, we can see that it often fails to meet these deeper needs. I remember, I think I said it in the previous episode, I remember after my divorce, I went to my first therapist, which of course after like 6 times, actually after she said this to me, I changed, because she actually said to me, "Oh, John, now that you really recently divorced, what I suggest to you is, besides the normal run and do what you do and love yourself and things like that." She suggested that, she said these, and I try to quote as best as I can. She said, "If you feel okay morally with this, go and have as much sex as you can, and go date and meet as many women as possible, because this will help you with your self-esteem." And I don't know. In a way, it felt free, like some sort of freedom to hear it after 15 years of marriage, to have kind of a green pass. Hey, go do whatever you want. From another perspective, I was like, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna just become like a whore man right now? I'm just gonna go sleep around and what? What's the gain of this? Because what I'm doing is basically I'm faking like the real thing, because these people that I'm just going to meet for a day or two, whatever, for a night or for a couple hours, whatever it is, they're never going to see the real me. And how is this going to actually help me? And this is going to drain me, and this is going to, consume my energy, consume my spiritual energy. And yeah, it's not good. I have been there before. So I'm not talking here as a saint to you guys. I've been in casual relationships. I've been in relationships that didn't last, or short-term relationships, or just casual ones, and I was never fulfilled. And I mean, let's be real, okay? Not all of us are the same, and not everyone is ready for a committed relationship, and that's perfectly okay. In fact, one of the most important parts of dating is knowing how to identify where someone is or isn't ready for commitment. So now you come. Oh my goodness, this question I get a lot. How do we know this? Because I want to get into a committed relationship, and I get this asked a lot, and many people ask it on forums or on discussions about relationships. I want to be in a relationship. How do I know when that person is ready to be also committed? Also, because I'm going to put all my heart in it. I'm going to put all my soul in it. I want to do everything so that I can start growing a relationship, so I can invest in something. But how do I know? How do I know that somebody wants me back? And how do I know that somebody wants to invest this, their feelings, their emotions, their vulnerability, their time and everything, so we can actually be in a relationship? What I'm going to say here, so one of the first answers and one of the first things that I say to people, how do you know if someone is ready to be in a relationship with you? One of the biggest indicators of commitment readiness is consistency. So what do you mean, bro? What do you mean with consistency? Well, I mean this, and shortly put, you go out with a guy, you go out with a woman, you go out with a girl, you go out, you just meet, let's say, I don't know, Tinder or something, Hinge. You meet, you go for a coffee. I mean, he's been texting you, she's been texting you before, because that's what he does. He's going to need to impress you to get you to that coffee. She answers, and because she wants to impress, and they want to start this relationship, whatever, this interaction, they want it to be positive, not relationship. This interaction want to be positive, and they want to be liked, which all of us do, and which is absolutely fine. But then they meet, and they either have sex most of the time, and then what happens? Well, the interest is gone on one side or another. Whether he texts a lot, she doesn't answer, she's he's going to be on scene a lot, and then, he's going to call her once in 3 days, or he's going to send her a text once a week when he wants some more of that. You know what I mean? And that, to me, that is not consistency. So one of the biggest signs, one of the biggest indicators of commitment readiness is consistency. Someone who's ready for a serious relationship will show up consistently. They'll keep their word, they'll invest time, they'll follow through on promises. As relationship coach Logan Ury points out, consistency is a sign of respect. It shows you're interested in building something that lasts. If there's no consistency, and if there's just things when they want something for you, well, usually sex, well, or they want to be taken out, or they want to, just they're bored, they don't want to be inside, or anything like that. Just want to spend time with somebody because they don't want to be alone. There's a need there, and that's what they will appeal to you. That's when they're gonna call you. That's when they're gonna text you. But that's not consistency to me. Another major sign. So first one is consistency. Another major sign is a willingness to be emotionally open. Because what happens in casual dating, people often keep things at surface level. But if someone is willing to open up, to share their fears, their hopes, their insecurities, they're often signaling that they are willing to invest in something more than just a fling. So if you go on a first date, Of course, you're not going to share your deepest secrets, but at least start saying something about your childhood. Say something about you. Say something that opens you up a little bit. Like after a month or so, you start talking about deeper things. You slowly progress with opening up to each other. But if you're just gonna talk about, I don't know, how was your day? How did you? What did you eat today? And if it's just casual like that, well, it is casual, and that person doesn't want to open up. It's not ready for a commitment. It's not ready for something more with you because for some reason, we're not gonna get into that right now. They do not want to. They don't feel comfortable, or for some reason, they just don't want to go further than that. So that answers the question. Consistency and willingness to open. Those are the first two things you want to look out when you asking if someone is ready to be in a relationship or not, or if just wants sex or just to go out with you and keep it casual. And here's where we start seeing the advantages of choosing stability over casual flings. In my opinion, of course, you're more than welcome to debate this or to write to me again and tell me, John, I believe you're absolutely stupid about this. Well, I can take it. I might be sometimes, but this is generally my opinion. And based on the studies that I've read, I like to keep this for me, and I like to live my life according to to these things, because as I said, I've been doing this casual thingy, and you just feel empty. You feel drained emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, from all points of view. So that's definitely not for me, and I would rather be single and invest in myself and make more money and get my body into better shape than it is right now, or learn a new skill, or spend time with my kids, or I don't know, just something that will help me grow more, instead of just wasting myself, because that's what I'm doing. I'm wasting resources that do not give anything back. What you get, pleasure, or you get you get to fake emotions, or you get to fake a cuddle or anything like that you feel good for about an hour, and then what? Then what? Because you don't talk to that person anymore. Then you're single. Then you're alone, and then it hurts. And then you keep looking for you longing for that hug and for that love and for that appreciation. And what do? Well, I tell you what you do. You get back on Tinder, you get back on the pubs, whatever you do, and find somebody else because you need that again. And it's a circle, it's a vicious circle where you invest your emotions, you invest your resources, and you get something back that doesn't last. And in my opinion, that's not, it's not a good investment. Let's be real about it. So from my perspective, and according to a study from the National Opinion Research Center, married individuals report being 40% happier than their single or casually dating peers. And this isn't just about happiness, it's about having a built-in support system, because that's what you do. You have a team, you have somebody that has your back when you're married, most of the times and most of the situations there. But you, regardless of that relationship, you are in a marriage, there's a source of comfort and encouragement through life's highs and lows. And that's how it should be. And also, research has shown that stable relationships reduce stress levels significantly. In fact, married people are less likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety compared to their single counterparts. It seems that there's something powerful in the stability, the predictability, and the trust that a committed relationship brings. So, while casual dating, well, it can be fun and freeing, it often lacks the deeper benefits that come from a stable, committed relationship. In the end, many of us find that what we truly want is someone who's going to be there through all the ups and downs. And for me, if I had to stop the episode right here, I would say, man, that's done. Case closed. Boom. It's done. Let's go. Goodbye. Go find somebody. Fall in love. Get your person, or even stay single and grow, make money, do something, but do not waste your resources, your emotional, spiritual, physical, all kinds of resources. It's just like a waste. It's really like vapor in the wind. So as I, so as I said, casual dating, yes, can be fun, but you do miss a lot of things, and you won't find many things that you find in a committed relationship. And yeah, that should conclude it there. But anyways, further, let's explore the signs that might indicate a shift. Right? When does casual dating, like in a practical way, right? When does casual dating start to feel incomplete? And how do we know it's time to look for something more fulfilling? Because at one point or another, I don't know, but I see like around me, like pretty much everyone has tried and went into one form of another of casual dating. And for me, one of the clearest signs is a growing desire for emotional depth. If you find yourself wishing for more than just shared laughter over dinner, if you crave someone to confide in, someone who understands your struggles and celebrates your triumphs, well, it may be a sign that you're ready for a deeper bond. For me, it's I always had that craving in there, to have someone to talk to have someone to cuddle with, and to discuss my deepest thoughts, my deepest, intimacies. I like to make plans. I like at night, to just talk about what we're gonna do tomorrow, what we're gonna do in 3 years, what we're gonna do in 5 years financially, what we're gonna do about this, what we're gonna visit, and things like that. Which makes us grow closer and grow the relationship deeper. And it gives you a sense of belonging, a sense of teaming up, a sense of, hey, we're in this together and we're doing this together. Yeah. So yeah, speaking of future, another indicator that for yourself, when you think about, well, like, when is casual dating not enough anymore? Well, another indicator is the need for a stable future. When you envision your happiness, or your vision of happiness includes someone by your side, supporting your dreams and building a life with you, it's a signal that casual encounters may no longer align with your values. And in this sense, clinical psychologist Dr. Gary Lewandowski points out, when you start envisioning long-term plans, you naturally want someone who fits into that future, not just someone to spend the fleeting moments with. Man, that's deep. So finally, consider the feeling of security. If the unpredictability of casual dating leaves you feeling uneasy, sick at times, longing for reassurance, longing for someone to know you, then your heart might be telling you that a stable, committed relationship is truly what you need. So look at yourself and look at these signs. I mean, do you want more emotional depth? Do you want a stable future? Do you want a more secure type of relationship? Do you want to feel secure? You want to feel belonging? You want to feel that, you want a little bit of, not boredom, but that unpredictability to disappear a bit, because it can be fun once or twice, but man, it gets old. So that beauty that that someone's going to wait for you at home, or that someone is coming from work and they're going to come hug you, give you a kiss, and that they're there for you no matter what. That is a beauty of predictability in that sense. So, yeah, in the end, seriously now, the choice between casual dating and a stable, committed relationship isn't about right and wrong. It's about tuning into what you truly need and making a decision that honors your path in life. Casual dating has its place. In a way, it can be freeing, lighthearted, a time to learn about yourself, and maybe even discover what you're really looking for in a partner. But here's something we can't overlook. That's stability, real commitment, and that foundation of knowing you have someone to lean on. That's something many of us find deep down that we truly want. And stable relationships create a container, a safe place where you're not just dating, but building a life together, where you're truly investing in someone and they're investing in you. And that is freaking beautiful, isn't it? And it brings peace, a peace that short-lived connections simply can't. No matter how many dates you have, how beautiful they are, how handsome they are, whatever places you visit, there's nothing that can replicate, like that can replace. They can replicate it. They can be a fake, a knockoff, but they cannot replace a real connection. And think about it. A committed relationship brings purpose and shared goals. It allows for growth, and not just personal growth, but the growth of two people as a team. And this partnership, when it's nurtured, can become one of the most fulfilling experience life has to offer. And knowing you're understood, and that you're valued, that someone sees you in both your best and worst moments and chooses to stand beside you, that's the essence of a stable, lasting relationship. And if you are in a relationship and you're calling it stable right now, if you don't have these things in your life, if you don't feel understood, if you're not valued, if you don't see that, if you don't feel that person sees your best and worst moments, and they still choose to stand behind you, and well, you might have to possibly reconsider that relationship, and set a little bit different terms, or just find somebody else. But I'm just saying how a stable and what relationship should be, and what the essence of a real stable relationship should be. And it's something that goes beyond words, beyond infatuation, and it becomes a foundation, a deep connection that carries you through life storms and celebrate life joys. And why not life's shit, life's bad stuff, You go through it together, and you fight it off. And guess what? At the end, you're going to be stronger. But making that leap from casual to committed relationship, I'm telling you this, and I mean it. It requires courage. It requires a willingness to be vulnerable, to trust, to open yourself to the possibility of real intimacy. And this is the part where we challenge ourselves, where we ask if we're ready to truly invest in another person's life, knowing they'll do the same for us. And it is a freaking big leap of faith, because you ask, what if I'm investing again and they don't give a shit about me? What if I invest again and they cheat on me? What if I invest and they don't love me back? What if I invest? No, you invest. Open yourself up. Because at the end of the day, what do you have to lose? You say time? No, it's not about time. Because during those moments while you were investing, while you were loving, while you're doing all those things, you actually was good, wasn't it? So, yeah. I'm telling you, if you feel that urge, if you're sensing that casual connections just aren't enough anymore, maybe it's time to consider the path towards something more enduring. And the journey may feel challenging, but the rewards, real companionship, shared memories, and the joy of true partnership, I believe they're worth every step. And remember, relationships, man alive, they're not about perfection. They're far from it. They are about connection. So relationships aren't about perfection. They're about connection, and they're about choosing someone each day and being chosen in return. And for many of us, that stable, committed relationship becomes one of the most meaningful choices we ever make. Yeah, so once again, it's so good to be back, and it's so good to talk to you again, to express the things that I find out, the things that I have on my heart. And it's been a joy. And if you want to get in touch, I'll leave my social media links below, where you can find my Facebook, my Instagram. You can also send me messages on here. There's a link on there if you want to buy a coffee, or there's where you can subscribe to my channel if you want to help the channel out, so I can do this full time. We get more episodes, we can get to video, so we can get this thing going. But yeah, get in touch. For now, I'm just so thrilled and happy if you just get in touch and ask me a question or say something. I don't know anything, and I'm extremely happy to communicate and to talk to each and every one of you. But that's it for today's episode of Love Chronicles with Coach John. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me as we explored what it means to navigate modern love. And remember, whether you're in a casual relationship or seeking something more serious, it's all about honoring your heart, your values, and your desire for meaningful connection. Take care, and as always, keep love in your heart and clarity in your mind. Until next time, this is Coach John signing off.